Here's a quick overview on how you can create your Google site. Click on this set of squares and then click on Google Sites. I strongly encourage you to do in new sites because it's pretty intuitive and it's going to help you figure out what you want your site to look like fairly quickly. As it loads, one of the first things that you might want to do is do the content, but maybe you want to start with how it looks. So then you would click on Theme and you would choose one of the themes that you think looks nice. You can try out different ones. You can change the colors pretty easily. You can also think about what you would want to put in the background. Decide you don't like it, you can just go ahead and switch to something else and it adapts. Let's say you like the way this looks, but you're not sure you like the picture. As you move your cursor around, you can change the site name here. If you had a logo, let's say you're running your business someday, you can add a logo there. You can also change the image by uploading one that you have saved, or you can select an image. There's a gallery of images. You could choose one of those. You can also do a search for something. So let's say you were going to do something on civil rights demonstrations. I made a mistake. So you see one that you like, you click on it. Remember that you need to have a you need to keep track of the URL. So you would want to check this by clicking on Open Link in a new tab, making sure that the site is a good site. You can see that it's Commons Wikimedia, which means that you are allowed to use it as you'd like to, but you also want to just have this website. So you would copy the link address and copy it into a Word document that you have open to make sure that you have all of them. So once you've selected it though, and you can tell because of the check mark, you can see that it changes right away. I can change the header type. I can say, oh, I don't really like that, and reset it. And then I can go back and choose a different image. Let's say I thought, well, that's good, but maybe I want one that's showing the children instead. Again, I would need to go back in, copy that link, and then I would check and see maybe what some of the other ones are available, and then maybe you decide, no, I really like that one. You can also look at the picture and edit it, change how the image is presenting, but that's kind of a little bit more advanced. Remember that you also want to insert different types of media. Maybe you don't want it all on this page, you want your page to be pretty clear. So you would go in and you would just create some pages here. So let's say your research paper needs to be uploaded. So you do that planning. You're going to add another page, which would be songs of protest. And there you're going to add either YouTube videos or you're going to add audio links that you want people to be able to listen to. Then maybe you want to have one that says timeline of protest marches. And then maybe you've found something else that you think is really cool. So you've set up your different pages right here so that you're ready to go with them. So you've already done those things. And then let's say you're at your research paper and you know you need to insert your research paper. So you click on Insert, and then you're going to look down and find Google Docs, or you're going to find from your drive. So when you're in your drive, it's going to show you different things that you have there. You can search. So I'm going to be searching, and I'm going to use the review guide. I'm going to just scroll down, and I'll look for the student review guide, which I thought would be right here. Well, we'll just use the Essay Basics one. So you just double click on what you're going to be adding. Then if you're not happy with where this is, you can change it, but you can just go ahead and add some of the media that's there. And then I'm scrolling. You just can't quite see it. And then you can also just have it as a link, and then you would just look. I have a lot of stuff, but you would just look for the document that you wanted to be including. And then you just close the picker when you're done. So I use this to show you that you could put your research paper right here, and so it would just appear as words and someone could click on it if they wanted to. You can see that I can move it around if I wanted it. I'm like, oh, that's too big, I want it to be smaller. I can add some other things to it, I can click on the palette and change the way the section looks. I can also duplicate it in case I thought, well, I don't know how to move it, but I like it down there, and then you want to cut it from here, and you just wanted to create some other sections. If we wanted to do songs of protest, you can see that in Insert, when we're on our page and we've just clicked on the page to go from one to the next, I can embed a URL. I can also go into YouTube, and then maybe I would write civil rights songs. Ideally, you've gone and done the research outside of this, but here I found this. I'm going to go and listen to it before putting it here. Or you're just basically using this space to find one that you've already done. So you click on that and it's here, and then people who are exploring your page can do that. One of the things I forgot to do when I was looking for this, though, was to include the URL. So if I don't have it, just like everyone else can click on it, you can click on it and you can go and get the URL. I was asked in my class what you want to do for all of the citations. You can edit these and add captions to them, but in the interest of time, my suggestion is that in terms of pages, you just write a citation page, at least for my class, and then on the citation page, you would create text boxes and then you'd go back and say, okay, well, the song title is Can't Turn Me Round. I would write here, I would add a text box. I want to put text on the page. I would say, can't turn me round. I would put it in quotation marks because it's a song. And then I would say URL, and then I would paste it in. You could include a link here also on the citation page, but it's best just to put in the URL. So I've got that one. I can do the same process again, and what you can't see is I'm double clicking. I'm clicking twice, and I get text, and then I would say image of Marchers homepage, and then I would put the link in. Ideally, you would have these in MLA form later, but I'm not asking you to do that. You'd have to check with your teacher to see if they do. You can title your site, your name, and what the site's about. You can see that these are the names of the different pages that you've created, and then you can preview it. So this is what it's going to look like if someone's looking at your page on their cell phone. So it looks a little blank. You can look at this and think, maybe I want it more here, but it's kind of cool that it also has the signs. This is what it looks like in a tablet, and this is what it looks like if it's on a computer screen. So remember the different parts that you need to have for your site. It needs to have some visual appeal. There's not a whole lot that's here, so maybe you wanted to add some more images. You can either paste an image URL here, you can search for one using Google, you could go into Life and just type in 1963 or 1964 and find some pictures. By rolling over them, you can see what some of the different pictures are about. They're pretty vague, so maybe you want to say 1963 March. And then you have some more from Life. Again, here's the URL, so you'd want to copy that. And you can see we have another picture. The other thing that you can do with a picture is make it a link. So maybe over this picture, you want people to be able to click on it and go to timeline of protest marches. So now I've created a link so that if someone's looking at my page, and after I publish it, they can click on this, and it's going to go right here to that page. So you could create a set of images from each one of your pages and put them on the home page so that people could find what they're looking for more easily. It's really up to you. You can personalize it in any way that you want. You can even say, well, I like this, but I don't really love what I chose for the theme. And you can go in and change it. And it'll change it throughout the whole thing. Maybe you don't like the red, maybe you want it to be blue, maybe your font, you don't think that's pretty interesting enough, so you're going to just change all of the fonts. So everything is really personalizable as much as you want. You can change where the header is, You can make it a large banner, a banner. I just encourage you to play with it and make it look like a page that you think is really interesting and it has a lot of different things on it that you like. Again, it takes some planning ahead of time. Think about the different pages that you might want and what should go on them. I think you should look for your videos and things like that in advance, and in a separate document, put all of the URLs there. That will help you with your citation page, but it will also help you in terms of uploading things, because you can see where you're just going to, you can upload it, or when you click on it, you can put the URL in. The embed URL means that you're capturing a video and you're going to allow it to always be on your website, even if it's taken down somewhere else. Your site can try to find it. So hopefully that gives you a good idea about what this is. I think that this is actually a little bit easier than creating Google Slides, because you're basically just clicking and pasting, and it does so much of the formatting for you. But anyway, if you have more questions, you can let me know. You can see that you can use Google Maps, and you could even just put a different place. If you wanted to, like let's say I want a picture of Selma, I can select that and it's going to put it here for me. I can change it to satellite view. I could even have gone in and added some pieces of information about the march, or done a close-up of what it might have looked like. You can put in a calendar if you wanted to add to it. You can also put some YouTube videos here. So it's really up to you. The idea is that you're exploring how to convey information in ways that you think are powerful and interesting, and get your point across about why your topic is really so important.